There's just like 100 fish on this flat. Question is, can I get any of them to bite? I don't have any of my tip-ups set up or anything yet because I wasn't sure where I was going to set up. I found wood, didn't find any fish on the wood like normal, so I just started searching these flats, got lucky, saw a bunch of fish. Question is, like I said, can I get them to bite? Okay guys, now is as good a time as any to get an intro in. Already set up in the shack. As you guys saw, I drove out with the snowmobile this morning. It's currently 12:30. So I've spent the last like 5 hours looking for fish, and I found an area where there seems to be like a congregation coming and going and stuff like that. There's some big stumps in the area, but nothing's like sitting still. So I decided I'll sit still. I'm gonna put a dead stick down, jig in my hole over here, and then I'm gonna put a tip up out, and I'm gonna drill just kind of a grid pattern of holes and kind of move the tip up around and figure out where the highway is, because I'm literally staring at like 40 fish, but they're like 70 feet over there. And the problem with this area, I started probably 100 yards over there, and I came over to this area because I saw the stump and I thought I saw a bunch of fish, and I did. But when I got here and drilled the first hole, they went that way 70 feet. So I went that way and drilled a hole, came back to here, looked over there with my live scope, they went that way 70 feet. So I'm done chasing fish around. This is a giant river flowage that I'm fishing on today. And one of the big things I've learned over the years was, if you find fish and they're like congregated in an area and you're kind of by a break line, which I am, I'm by like a little bowl from the main channel, fish will come up, cruise that, and then go back to the main channel. You're not going to have action crazy, but the upside is it's like a highway, so fish will eventually come through here. Keep your fingers crossed I catch something before I gotta go today. Okay, first things first, I'm gonna go put a minnow on this iFish Pro out here. Okay, like I said, I'm gonna throw a minnow on my iFish Pro out here. I have a couple different kinds today. I'm gonna try, I have some jumbo rosy reds, a couple of them anyways, so I'm gonna see if I can put one of those down and entice me a big walleye or a giant perch, which there are both out here. So if I get lucky, the rosy red will do me some good. I don't know what it is, if it's the color of them or the spunkiness of them, but these guys just attract fish. And I'm using my LX7 to set these because it's just easier. Because then I can get it exactly where I want it. So it's 20 feet of water. So what I'm going to try to do is, you can see on the LX7 there's the minnow and the sinker. So I'm going to pull it up so it's just about a foot, yeah, about a foot off the bottom here. The bigger walleyes will come up for it, so I'm not worried about being too high. Okay, that should be good. Yeah, 20 feet. Set at 19. You know, put off the bottom. And then if you haven't seen it before, which most of you guys have, but anybody that's new here, I run a bait feeder so they can take off with it. And then all I got to do is come up and click the bail over. One of the tips I'll give anybody that uses something like this is pull out a bow of line. The wind's blowing that way, so you get a little bit of bow of line, so they hit it, there's nothing, they swim a little bit, and then this is the Tuned Up Customs dead stick, so this will load up and it kind of pre-hooks them. It doesn't actually set the hook on them, it's not a jaw jacker, but it kind of like sticks them a little bit, so when you come up, they're pulling it away, it's stuck to the side of their face. You just turn it over and give it a hook set and good to go. Okay, let's get some stuff. I'm gonna put a dead stick in next to me too. Run another Rosie inside the shack. This one's a little more simple. Open the bail, let it drop down. I don't need to run my LX7, it just makes getting exactly where I want it a lot faster. Oh my God, that was a good hit. I was not paying attention and this giant mark came in on the bottom and crushed my rip and wrap. Well, now I know what a keeper walleye looks like. That dude came up like 12 feet off the bottom. So like, I'm seeing all these marks. And this guy didn't look anything like that. I could actually see like the length of them. So those guys might be perch or something. Oh, barely hooked. I bet you that's a 15-inch fish. Yep, 15 inches. You're coming home with me, buddy. Walleye dinner. Okay, I've had a couple of you guys ask me how I bleed out my fish. I always have, this is like a bait knife. And I can't do it because YouTube's stupid with blood and all that stuff, but I can show you. So right here, there's this, but right behind the gill, there's this little flap of skin. Right behind that is the heart. So if you slice it just nice and neatly and toss them in a thing of some slushy water, I just put a little bit in there. I always have a cup with me. Toss him in there. He'll try to swim around a little bit, and it'll bleed out almost all the meat of the blood. So that's the easiest way to do it. So like, I'm just gonna nick it this way or this way, and yeah, be careful when you're doing it so you don't cut yourself. But hopefully that kind of helps explain, and you guys can actually see that little line right there. I was just screwing around with my phone and I looked down at the live scope. Oh, he got off. He swam into my other line. Ugh. Dang it. Well, it's still alive. I was literally screwing around with my phone and yeah. I just watched this fish shoot in from the side. Oh, is he coming back? He came back. There's no way. This fish just came unhooked. You guys see that? Must be hungry. That was hilarious. Oh my God. So that's my other bait from that rod that I was jigging. I was kind of like nonchalantly jigging with my left hand, and then I looked over there and I could barely see this over to the side, and this guy just comes shooting along the bottom and shot straight up and nailed it first time. Apparently there's some competition down there, because that dude was hooked. Like I watched him peel drag on my on my dead stick over here. That's hilarious. Well, hopefully the bigger ones are just as angry. That was ridiculous. I wish you guys could have seen it. I was sitting there on my phone and I have that in the background, and I was actually left-handed, and I was jigging with this rod, and I set that rod down and I looked up and this fish just was like whoop, and I watched the rod bounce over there. I was like, no way. So I went to go grab it, and of course he swam from there into this line right away. I'm gonna have to... Okay, so that's not tangled. Good. Oh, there's another one down there. I wonder if I can drop that down there. Yeah, that was chaos. Oh, I just had another one come in and crush my ripping wrap while I was going to set it down. Oh, you gonna come back for it? Apparently the walleye are moving. I was trying to get a dead stick down. That would have probably sealed the deal on this guy. I was not ready for that. He's still playing with me. Hopefully you guys can see that. I really need to get my live scope cam dialed in. He came after it 3 times when it was on the bottom. So just a tip I'll give you guys while I'm doing this and paying attention enough. Okay, so what you guys just saw me do was I got him up to like 5 feet below the ice 2 or 3 times almost. I actually hooked him once. Surprisingly, he went back down and I dropped it all the way to the bottom and he shot down after it. So like I was saying with the other guy that caused chaos, these guys must have a lot of competition down there. And there's a bunch of fish on the screen. I don't know. I don't think they're all walleye, but I'm definitely going to say that these guys are running around with a bunch of competition down there. And then, yeah, I'm just using this ultralight Rip and Wrap number 4 glow. The water here is super dirty, so it's just a simple one. It's got this little chartreuse head to them, and they seem to just kind of kill it. I don't know if you guys were paying attention earlier, but like this thing gets smacked, and it's so funny because you can feel and hear those rattles through this. My Commander, this is my tuned up customs Commander. I love fishing for walleye with this thing. But yeah, I'm gonna stop talking and get another dead stick down there, and hopefully that helps get the backup. So a big thing that happens a lot of times is if you have the dead stick down and you get this down and pound bottom with it after they miss it, they'll go shooting down after this. They'll see the dead stick, they'll eat the dead stick. Kind of a no-brainer. It makes it real easy to hook them. All right, enough talking. Let's get some more fish. Just gonna hold on to this because apparently there's another one coming in. I'm just sitting there staring at it right now. gonna set that down like that. Okay, so that guy came in, looked at it, messed around with it, chased it around a bunch, and left. So I'm just gonna keep jigging stuff next to it here and hopefully get more attention. But they are definitely moving. He's got the dead stick. And that's why you have the dead stick. Came in on the jig. It's crazy how much bigger these things look. I gotta get back down there. There's another one. It was a trick. Okay, that guy's going back. I'm gonna see if I can get this one down in time, because there's a bigger one down there, of course. Of course. I swear they work against me sometimes. Because that little guy came in on this, and I think the bigger one came in because I brought the little one up. Sometimes they'll do that. I've had them chase other fish up halfway. I don't know if they're trying to get the food or trying to see what they're eating, or if they're trying to eat the fish in distress. I don't know if it's like an instinct thing, but that guy just kept on swimming. So that was like a 12-incher. I know I didn't show it to you guys the greatest, but wasn't the most special fish out of the world, but yeah. Apparently they're still coming in and eating the dead stick, so I'm gonna get another minnow down. Okay guys, so it's getting dark and I got a lot to do. I gotta pack everything up. I still got about a mile run back to my truck, and then I still got about 2 hours to drive. So I'm gonna get off the water now before it gets a little hairy. I don't know if you guys saw it when I was coming in, but I crossed a heave. Number one reason to have a snowmobile for ice fishing is you can go cross heaves and stuff like that, but you got to kind of do it a little bit quicker than you want to so you don't break through. So I'm gonna make sure I have light in order to do that. But hopefully you guys enjoyed this one. I got one in the box and I think I caught 3 or 4. It wasn't too bad. I mean, this is an immense body of water, so that's the challenge, and I kind of like that. But yeah, looking for walleye on giant bodies of water is one of my things that I kind of get sucked into every winter. I wish I had a better boat so that I could do the same thing in the boat, but work with what you got, right? And the snowmobile, that's my winter boat now, so I'm gonna take advantage of it any chance I can. Comment below if you guys like walleye. I'm gonna make some walleye fingers when I get home, so see you guys next time.